to Rick Simpson Oil with Rob. And this is segment 3 of my playlist, or of this series on Rick Simpson Oil. So if you missed the previous ones, please subscribe. Go back to my playlist on my YouTube channel and click on Rick Simpson Oil RSO. And you will have my complete playlist there. You'll be able to watch everything from start to finish. Everything you need. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into growing your plants. That's up to you to look up. Trying to explain gardening on a whiteboard is redonkulous, okay? There's so many different situations and elements you got to take into fact. I can't cover them all here. It's impossible. Now, moving on. Okay. Rick Simpson has a website called phoenixtears.com. I highly suggest you guys go there, bookmark it, read it over many times. However, Rick has cured people with this thousands of times. He has his own, he has dosages, everything on the website. However, I've done the same. I haven't cured thousands. I've saved my dad. I've helped friends. And I didn't use the dosage that Rick recommends. Rick recommends large doses. And I'd be totally for large doses if you can afford it and have it. And if you can handle it. And what do I mean by handling it? Rick Simpson suggests you need to take cannabis oil 90 days straight or 3 months. Okay? Now, here's the thing. My dad, which I saved 3 years ago, he's still alive, in remission, everything like that. We didn't give the recommended dosage that Rick Simpson recommended, but we still gave doses every day for, well, going on almost 4 years now. Now, the problem with this is, that's a lot of time. And most people are dreadfully afraid of the unknown. So let's clear things up, okay? I recommend 3 months as well, for whatever issue you have. But I don't recommend the dosage levels that Rick does, because I've seen it work faster and quicker without high dosages. So, in order to teach you guys how to do this, or what's all involved with cannabis, I did an experiment on myself after I saved my dad. Because I'm telling everybody to know, hey, cured my dad with cannabis oil, here he is. My dad's saying yeah, and backing me up and everything. And it's hard to tell people dosages and everything, so that's kind of the why I'm doing these video series. It's important. So, hey, if you can afford to do Rick Simpson's full-on dosage recommendations, absolutely 100% go for it. But most people are broke ass, like myself. Now, okay, we want to get into, since I experimented, I've been on it for about a month straight so far. Now, if it's a warning, guys, if you've never done cannabis before, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to take the littlest amount of Rick Simpson oil possibly can. A drop. A drop. Under the tongue. And I want you to take it about 2 hours before you go to bed. Okay? So I'm going to write this down. 1 drop. RSO. 2 hours before bed. First time. Now, this medicine is powerful, guys. It's not to be messed around with. I'm going to tell you a story. I took a gram of Rick Simpson oil that I made, and within an hour, I passed out. And that is the worst side effect of taking Rick Simpson oil. Why did I pass out? How do I stop from passing out? What's that about? I took too much in one go. That's what it does. It makes you sleep. Now, it's very important you do not take this during the day unless you're at home all day and able to. I'm not even going to say that. You need to be, this is absolutely important, guys. 2 hours before bed, 1 drop. You get into bed, or you get a bottle of water, put it next to your bed, because the other side effect is dry mouth. Okay? But that's it. That's the worst side effects, guys. Now, other side effects are you will feel like you're on cloud 9 in heaven, euphoric. And that is a side effect of the medicine, or what they call the high, right? I believe it is a side effect, and I'll tell you why right now. So, let's go like this for now. We'll come back to the first time taking it in a minute. Now, I've been on it for a month. The first 2 weeks, so I'm just going to draw like a rectangle. First 2 weeks of taking the medicine, I'm drawing kind of like a crappy calendar here. First 2 weeks will be super high for you guys when you start out. Super high. Okay? What happened to me was, because I'm learning on the fly, super high. I took not a large dose, but I took a couple drops of Rick Simpson oil, and I took it at the proper time, a couple hours before bed. However, my body was not tolerant. And what does that mean, tolerant? If your body doesn't recognize what you're putting in it right away, then basically you will become super high. Okay? And the reason I say that is on week 3, over here, week 3, this is 2 weeks, 2 weeks, week 3, I had slight to moderate high. Which means after 2 weeks, my body was developing a tolerance to the medication. And it's a good thing, because if it didn't, you would just be super high all the time, and as fun as that is, it's not very productive if you want to have to pay bills and stay in your house. Okay? So it's important to get. Now, the hardest thing, it's basically, I'm going to do this. For taking Rick Simpson oil, you have a large hump to get over before it goes smooth. Okay? So, day one, you're here. You're going to be there for 2 weeks until your body gets a tolerance of the medication. Tolerant. Whoops. Okay? Then it will even out, and you'll be able to take the same amount that you're taking and be able to get up in the morning, do your job sober without any issues. Okay? But you got to get past the big hump, the 2 weeks. You got to get 2 weeks in. Once you hit the third week, you start getting nice and evened out, and the medicine is absolutely still working. Once you get to the 3-week point, you want to stay there. You want to do this every day. Take the same amount that you start with every day for, at least 2 weeks to start. Now, if you're only taking 1 drop to start, now, 1 drop after the first week of taking that every night will probably be, you'll be tolerant. So you'll have to add more to your regimen. Now, the problem with that is you got to get the right amount of RSO in your system. Now remember what I said earlier, guys. I couldn't afford to give my dad the full, all these grams a day dosages that Rick Simpson recommends. But I did the best I could, and it helped him. It saved him. And we continued, and now I have lots of Rick Simpson oil to give my dad exclusively. I don't sell it. That's illegal. My dad will be keep the cancer away, and recently, like I said, I have started as well in order to educate you guys out there of what you're going to feel, what's going to go on, all that fun stuff. Now, it's extremely important, guys, if you're working, if you get diagnosed with cancer and you're ready to go with your regimen, you cannot work for 2 weeks. Okay? Because you're going to be so high that, it's not going to be manageable for you. You don't want to be, you don't know what you're like when you're on this. It's a relaxant. It helps you sleep, gets rid of pain, cleans out any nastiness in your body. And for myself, guys, one of the benefits so far, only a month in, I've lost 4 inches on my body mass. And it's repaired. I'm a big boy. It's brought my appetite down to normal, where I shouldn't be eating large portions. Okay, that's all it's done. It's done life-changing stuff for me, and I didn't have anything wrong with me, so I thought. I've went to my doctor for a physical every year, everything like that. He just says lose weight, and he does all your checks, and that's it. But guys, this is important here. You need, if you get diagnosed with cancer, I want you to, if you're going to follow these directions, I want you to be happy and do it right and be safe. So I want you to take 2 weeks off work, and you can do a medical leave, I'm sure, hopefully at your work. And after the 2 weeks, you can come back to work, and you're still on your Rick Simpson oil, but you're now down here, and you can work normal. And as the weeks go on, you can take more and more Rick Simpson oil. Well, you can take the same amount of Rick Simpson oil, and it's like you're sober. It's like you take a drink of Coke, and you're fine for the rest of the day. It doesn't do much, okay? It's doing a lot inside internally, but it's not going to make you so you're not functional for work and driving and etc., okay? So you want to get on this for 3 months total, guys. So when you get down to the 3-week mark, just remember, if you increase your dosage, that might lead you back to the beginning where you're going to be super high. So add in incrementally as you're going through the weeks throughout the whole 3 months, and you'll be fine. Now, I only gave my dad the medicine. Basically, I gave it to him. Well, he took it every day. He took it at night, like I recommend. And, you know, he was absolutely fine in the morning to do his, his chemo and everything else. And my dad worked through a lot of this. He did not quit work or stop work. He was able to get through this. Now, probably the reason being is I was giving him low doses, like 1 drop, for a long extended period of time. And what's important about that is this medicine is so powerful, guys, that it's, even though I didn't follow Rick Simpson's website to the T, I was able to, still get my dad cured, okay? And this is no joke. This is unbelievable, and all the thanks in the world to Rick Simpson, because without him, I wouldn't have my dad, okay? So, I want to help as many people as possible with this. Now, I know the video production value is real high, right, guys? Yeah. I'm not a professional at videos, but I am at saving people from cancer. So, after you are done the 3 months, what I did, which was what we did with my dad, and you can't see anything because of this setup. So, what I did with my dad, guys, we kept him on a low dose of Rick Simpson every day for, almost 4 years now. Now, when I got a large amount of Rick Simpson oil I made from this year's harvest, basically I gave it to my dad takes it throughout the year. My dad is so tolerant now, he puts some in his coffee in the morning, and then he takes a little bit at night. Not every night, but at least he's doing it once a day, even in a low dose. Now, Rick Simpson tells you guys, if you don't have cancer or you think you don't have anything wrong with you, take 1 gram a month as a maintenance dose. So, what I like to think about Rick Simpson oil, it is a super supplement, ultimate supplement, okay? It has the ability to go into our bodies and repair everything. And our body has what you call cannabinoid receptors in our body, okay? So cannabinoid receptors are what activate when you take Rick Simpson oil. And it's amazing. It's amazing stuff, guys. So I think that's it for this video. You want to take the overview, take Rick Simpson oil for 90 days. I didn't know if we gave my dad enough dosage because I was new to this. And so we continued my dad, like I said, on a low dose every single day until we were in the clear. And I highly suggest doing that as well. Okay? So it's pretty important, and I like to think that's the way to go. Now, I'm not going to argue with Rick. Rick is the main man who came up with this. He's helped way more people than I have. I'm just telling you what I've done and what results I've seen, and the doctor is in awe. I'll tell you that. But she doesn't, it's not... she wants to keep getting her paycheck and don't lose her license, so... it's up to you guys. You have to do DIY at home to make this stuff. Now, in my playlist, I have the complete series of how to make it step by step, what you need, etc., all the way through, and everything's there for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this segment. I basically covered a lot. I want you to guys comment below any questions. Any other questions, I want you to send them in the comments, because then I can make another segment video for you guys in this series to answer questions. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this so far, and I hope you are favoriting or bookmarking this video, rewatching, and going from there, because it is super important information. If anything happens to me, if anything happens to Rick, it'll be on the internet. Hopefully. I want people to spread this far and wide. It works. The government and the systems set in place oppose it, and I think that is disgusting. People are suffering and dying needlessly because they do not know about this information and this plant. I'm just gonna level with you folks. Get my little stool here. I don't want to scare anybody that has cancer or whatever. Okay? Here, I'm just gonna grab the camera if I can. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. I don't want to scare anybody. Okay? But the modern medical system, the ways they treat cancer are kind of ridiculous. They use radiation, which can cause cancer, to kill cancer. So most people, if they get radiation, they'll get cancer later on. If it works, it'll kill that cancer, then produce more later. Chemo, the same. Most likely, chemo is a offshoot of mustard gas from the war. Guess what it causes as well? It causes cancer, and it causes you to lose your immune system, much like radiation. Radiation destroys your DNA, and I'm sure chemo probably damages your DNA at the least. I was totally against my dad getting chemo, but in order, and this is pretty sick, guys, in order for my dad's doctor to keep tabs on my dad and his progress, he had to get chemo. Luckily, she gave him a mild, I guess, chemo, and it was, I was doing great as is without the doc. But because we needed to move on, and I know a lot of people are just going to say, forget the chemo and the radiation and just do this, and I applaud you for it. But do it right, follow my instructions, or follow Rick Simpson's instructions on phoenixtears.com. I have no affiliation with Rick whatsoever. I donated to his GoFundMe page because he recently, in 2018, had a stroke, and I wanted to show my love to him for helping save my dad with his awesome medication. That worked. Okay? It works. It works. It works. It's not a scam. It's not a, what do they call it? Snake oil. I don't sell it. I don't make any money off it. In fact, I lose money on it because I make it for my dad, but since I'm making it for family, I don't care what it costs because it's keeping them alive, right? That's the most important thing. Now, the cheapest, absolute cheapest way to go about making your oil is to grow 4 plants yourself, baby them, take care of them, harvest them, cure them, make the oil with my videos in the playlist. Click on my YouTube channel, hit subscribe, go to the playlist tab, click that, then look up Rick Simpson Oil RSO playlist. Has every single video in this series, has every single video how to make it, how I talk about it, how I discuss it, everything. Okay? It's all here for you for free. I'm putting it out for you guys globally. I hope you use this information. Now, there's going to be a ton of questions, and I appreciate that. So comment down below. I'm going to take all the questions I get, and I'm going to shoot another segment video like this, and we're going to get some answers for you guys. Okay? So that's all you got to do. If you're lost, if you need me go over stuff again, comment down below. Contact me. I'm willing to help you guys no matter what, okay? I'm not going to send you medicine. I'm not going to sell you medicine. Let's be clear. That's illegal. You have to do it yourself. Time to get the big boy pants on. Your life and your family's life depends on it. I know some people aren't into gardening. Find somebody who is and get them on board. You can trust. Get your medications on, guys. I treat this not as a drug. It's a supplement. I'm going to continue on my path, though I don't have any tonight because I'm here. I'm going to continue taking it except for tonight. And I missed a few days before, but still the results are unbelievable. I'm going to go all the way to the 3-month mark for myself. My dad's going way beyond that. He's going to go, he'll be on it forever. And he likes it. He after a while, your body gets used to it. You get tolerant to the taste. You get tolerant to the effects where they don't affect you anymore, but the medicine's still inside healing you, even though you don't feel anything. Maybe a slight high, maybe a mild high. All depends. And that's only in week 3. So the first 2 weeks, you guys got to get over that. You're going to be spending a whole lot of time in bed. Now, one thing I want to say to you guys as well. I'm going to do this in another video. Side effects. Okay? Be back.